So yeah, we're here. क्या कहते हैं? How's it going, Ali Paracha?
Good, man.
What have you been up to recently?
This and that, क्या होता है?
This and
You know,
that.
in this age, we were discussing yesterday how we're no longer bhai to people, we're uncle to people. So, yeah, it's the same old, right? We're
Is
we're
it the
old
same
ones.
old because you're no longer a bhai? You're an
Yeah,
uncle?
we're old.
We're old.
So we're not same anymore, we're old.
We're old. We're just
Yeah.
old now.
Yeah.
It's not the same old, same
Yeah.
old. Now you're just old.
Yeah.
All right. क्या कहते हैं? Why don't we? I think we can probably edit some of this as we go along.
Yeah, I'm sure something will have to be edited. I mean, we're not pros here, right? So
We're not pros. We're just talking. Anyways, this is the Sideshow. We're talking about basically what happened this last couple of weeks. Yeah, that's why we're here.
all right, let's do it.
Anyways, क्या कहते हैं? Why don't you give me a short introduction about yourself? Who are you? What do you do?
My name is Ali, and I am from Islamabad.
You're one of
The
the
great,
rare old school Islamabadis.
Yes, happened to be born here. My family moved here in the early 80s, so I
Early
think that
80s.
qualifies enough. Islamabad was less than 20 years old at that stage, so
That's fair enough.
and then I was born way after they moved here, so
I mean, if you're born in Islamabad, then you're then you're
fine, fair
What's the cutoff in your mind? Like, what qualifies someone to be a proper
enough. I mean, no, having
Islamabadi?
moved here for at least middle school,
At least
like you can be
middle
born,
school.
you can be born outside Islamabad. That's still
Yeah.
it's still not. I mean, that's fine.
That's fine.
You know, but you can call yourself Islamabadi. But people who've moved here like after college or whatever, and then they're
That doesn't
like,
count.
That doesn't count. You
That
have to.
doesn't count.
It's about being Islamabadi is about having grown up and you know
that's
found
fair
yourself, if you will, in Islamabad.
Found yourself in
yeah.
Islamabad.
Yeah.
I think I'm Islamabadi. I wasn't born in Islamabad, but we moved here in 91, 92.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I think
middle school,
that counts.
primary school, even at
Yeah,
that
primary
stage.
school.
Yeah,
That was elementary
that's-
school.
Yeah.
That was elementary school, and that was the nice Islamabad.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Original.
Oh yeah.
original
OG
thing
थे.
back. तो क्या कहते हैं? What's happened the past couple of weeks that sort of caught your eye, irked you maybe? I know you're traveling from Islamabad to Pindi a lot. Has the cricket been a factor in your day to day?
Oh, not even to Pindi, just even within Islamabad, you have to time your travel all the time, and if you're bound by time, then you're screwed. There's no way around it. Like,
What does that mean though?
well, they shut down every major intersection in the city, and the city comes to a standstill because the team has to go from one far end of Islamabad through Islamabad out into Pindi for the stadium, and I believe they were staying at Movenpick, the Centaurus Hotel, right?
Okay.
For the first bit, I think when
Sri Lanka was
when the
there?
Sri Lanka series was happening. Now it's a tri-series. I think they've shifted. But that meant literally the very heart of Islamabad, and the middle of blue area was shut down. My wife and I were stuck. We had no idea this was happening early on.
I didn't know
There
it
was
was
no
happening.
indication.
Yeah.
There's no announcement. There's nothing. Like,
Yeah.
there's no
Yeah.
plan or anything. It just happens, and then you just find yourself, oh, what's this? Maybe there's, at Centaurus, there's people often double, triple parking, so maybe it's just that, and then it suddenly became like maybe 1,000 cars even, like it was like as far as the eye could see. Because we were already far from Centaurus at that point. We're like, well, what's happening here? And we were just stuck in the route lag gaya tha,
So when you say every intersection, is it actually every intersection, or is it?
I mean, it's obviously along the route that they're going to take, right? But that
Yeah.
was...
But I mean, like, it does happen to be a pretty well-traveled route. For
It's the
a lot of
Islamabad
people.
Expressway. It literally connects
Yeah.
all of Pindi, Beria, DHA, like more than half of the population. I think more than half of the population now lives outside in suburbia over
Yeah.
there, right?
Yeah.
And that's the travel after office hours, for example. That is handling hundreds of thousands of cars a day. So a major artery, I would say, that has to be completely blocked off. And
Completely blocked
there was
off.
a terrorist attack also like a couple of weeks ago. So they were, I guess they're a bit more into locking everything down, which is, I mean, fair enough, has to be done, but maybe think of an alternate location that's not going to be through a major artery like that.
Yeah. No, that's... Is that your phone?
Yeah, my phone is ringing.
Anyone important?
It's just work, man. Self-employed. These things happen. I'll put it on silent.
Oh, that.
There we go.
Yeah. I really wish there was a more elegant way, because as happy as I am for cricket to be back...
I thought of an elegant way. I mean, just an inner thought at some point. I have no idea if this will work because I don't understand the logistics of it. But
before you say that, I really appreciate you coming to the table with
solution-based conversations over here. I mean, no, I'm no expert, obviously.
I appreciate
but
that.
From what
you have an idea.
Yeah, I have an idea. Like,
right,
I can brainstorm, let's say.
All right, let's hear it.
Lahore Gaddafi. The Gaddafi Stadium is in this large complex area. I'm sure you've been. I'm sure you've seen it. Opposite Liberty is one entry, and then Firozpur Road is the other entry. I think from the Liberty side, there is actually some residential area also there, which might be difficult for them. But it is a large walled complex with lots of different sports facilities, as I understand, and other public buildings also. But I'm sure there's enough space in there to build like a hotel with say 50 or 70 rooms.
Achha, aap hotel banane ka
within that complex, right? So the teams come, they go to Lahore, they go inside that complex. The hotel is the living is inside the complex.
Oh, you're saying the hotel is there?
No, they should make one.
Oh, they should make one.
I'm sure there's enough empty space somewhere for the government, and I'm sure there's plenty of like names which will come to do that business. It's good business, right? All cities need hotels at the end of the day. Lahore is getting really big with hotels. There's lots of good hotels there also now. So make a big complex for the teams to just stay in that compound.
Well, then it doesn't even have to be a hotel. It just has to be a team residence.
Sure. But I'm assuming you need like 50, 70 rooms. It needs to be a pretty big complex.
For a team?
Let's say there's a tri-series happening. Then there's, So
you mean like a sporting complex with like a residence for athletes?
Sure.
Yeah,
that would be a government-funded thing, though. If you just make a hotel which out of like those times can be used as a business, it's probably more viable. And that way you don't shut down the entire city for their movements twice a day, every single day that a match is happening. Because and you can completely seal that off. I'm sure those residents inside won't have a good time, but other than them, you're at least not inconveniencing everybody else at the same time, right?
That's fair.
So I mean, this was just a thought I had. I mean, it's Gaddafi itself is placed in a block like that I'm sure you can do something. Over here in Pindi, I don't think there's anything you can do.
They could have developed the sports complex the way...
Yes, the Islamabad sports complex. I heard actually they might be making a cricket stadium there. Oh no, that's on the other end. That's in Shaladita. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. That's another terrible idea they're having. They're mowing down the mountains at the end. Yeah, between Shaladita and D12. The beautiful Margalas. There's
Why don't they just make it in sports complex?
Yes, there's enough space in there, and they already probably have residential complex in there. Obviously, make it better.
Yeah, of course.
And there's more than enough space in there, and then you can completely close that off.
That's a great idea.
Because you know what? Nobody goes to see these matches anymore. PSL. I mean, you compare the Indian league and the Pakistani league.
Contest,
it's
right? Not a contest.
So the security is so bad. We've been.
Talk to me about your PSL experience.
I mean, so we decided we were being really efficient one time because we got passes, but we didn't get like the parking passes.
Okay.
So we had to go as
this
anybody
is in Pindi Stadium.
This is in Pindi Stadium, yeah.
Okay.
One time we went with parking passes. That was great. You just go into the whole complex, and then with the car you have a sticker, and then you just walk in. But that's you can't do that. Everybody can't do that. We got passes. We thought we'll be really efficient. We'll park our car at Beverly Center at the metro parking. we'll take the metro. There's metros running over there the whole time. We'll just walk from the metro. We won't have to worry about the car and where to park it and all of that. We went to the metro station, and there was like a few hundred people in the metro station, and nobody's doing anything. We're like, what's going on? They're like, oh, it's closed. What do you mean it's closed? There's a match happening, so the metro doesn't run while the match is happening. So you have to go by car. So you have to do that. And they were like, well, we're not parking our cars. Where will we park our cars? So we got a Kareem or something, and then we got off, and then we had to walk at least well over a kilometer through these non-stop security barriers. And there were like lots of checks.
Wait, so you're approaching the stadium,
Yeah.
and a kilometer from
The stadium
is where
you have to actually you go to the stadium. They're like, no, the entrance is over there. So then you walk a kilometer that way to find the entrance. I think there's a park close by, right? So somewhere around there was an entrance area, and then they just
that's where the security starts.
Yeah, then they just usher you through these barricades and stuff, and then there's lots of different points where they just pat you down. It just keeps happening. I guess safety in numbers, where the numbers are off the number of security points. So if you get through one, you won't get through another, is what they're thinking. But it was just extremely, you can't take anything with you. I think phones and wallets are the only things, and keys are the only thing that's allowed.
Like snacks, drinks. You can't take any of that.
There's really nothing you can get in there either. There's like in one entire.
At the Pindi Stadium, aren't there like lots of restaurants and stores?
That's outside. You have to walk, then get out of the box area that you're in, then come outside and get some.
Oh, get out of the box area.
No, as in, those box, what do you call them?
The enclosures.
Yeah, sorry, that's the word. And then getting back in, because there's so many people. The day we went, there happened to be a lot of people. I think it was a semi-final or something. So that would be really difficult. And inside, there's no real concession stand. There's just a guy who's doing some stuff. Yeah. So, and you're not allowed to take your own water bottles. So,
what's the bathroom situation like?
I did absolutely not want to find out. So it didn't smell great from afar. So I was not going to go find out. There's no way.
Man, I see what you're saying.
So I would never go again unless it's in an actual box.
Experience.
No, it's right. So it's not a fan-friendly experience at all.
Right.
And which is again why I'm saying.
And you're talking about T20s. So if you had to go for a 1 day or a test, it's not.
I mean, nobody's going to be there for a test, right? We actually went for like a couple hours for one test once recently. I think a couple years ago.
Was that easier?
There's hardly anybody there. We were there in the daytimes. We just kind of went in and out. It was a bit easier, yeah.
All right.
But this is why I'm saying it's so difficult for the fans, and there's actually not really that much. Like, you're not making any money from those tickets, those ticket sales. There's really not much happening, and it's
I heard
so
Sri Lanka was free.
Right, it's because I guess they want people to come.
Yeah.
Instead, just make it nobody, man. If you're so worried about security. Make it nobody. Do it in an enclosed complex where the teams just go into this big area and they don't leave that area. You can lock that down. You don't have to inconvenience everybody and millions of people in the city. Lahore is so big. So, and I believe one time I've seen they were staying in the PC, which is on Mall Road. It's a very long route, and they had these huge floodlights scattered between the stadium and Mall Road, and like I must have seen at least 500 generators.
Oh man!
So this is a while ago. I happened to be in Lahore when stuff was happening, and so they have to have all these lights on for security, and so there's the logistics and costs involved in that. I feel like it can be done way better. So yeah.
Do you remember when they used to give the teams a helicopter escort as well?
Did we?
Yeah, like when cricket came back to Pakistan, quote unquote.
Right.
Like the first few times when the team went from the hotel to the stadium, it was a helicopter that traveled with the team bus.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was the helicopter doing?
Security.
Wow. Snipers.
I guess.
Just Overwatch?
Overwatch or something.
I guess, sure.
Maybe now they have drones, but
Yeah.
But
yeah, maybe they have drones now.
So they went to that extent. Yeah. Anyways, did you watch any of the games?
0.
Neither did I. Move it along.
Yeah. Sure.
No.
I mean, cricket. I haven't watched a single game. I have no idea who's the team. I'm not interested anymore. They've broken our hearts so much.
Yeah.
I'm just not into it anymore.
Yeah.
I think it died with our generation. And
the thing with our generation is we were kind of cursed, right? Because like my introduction to cricket was Imran Khan winning the World Cup.
boom,
Right?
we're the best in the world.
Yeah, we're the best.
We remained the best in the world
for a while.
Yeah. You know,
That early
96 was
90s
taken from us. There was a drop catch in that quarterfinal. I won't forget that. 99 was...
It was still a great tournament.
Wow. Yeah, but the way we lost, that was so sad.
Wajatullah Wasti, Saeed Omer.
Great teams till
Saeed
late
Omer is
90s,
so
maybe
good.
even early 2000s, you know.
Great teams.
And then, yeah.
Yeah. I think for me, I've been like so scarred by cricket, right? Because, I mean, both of us, and like, you know this about me, like I would watch like a Zimbabwe-Ireland game. And like all of us were like that. We were watching all the cricket you could. Like, I like to say it like this, after the 92 World Cup, I cried because we won.
Yeah.
Right? 96, I cried because that quarterfinal was a heartbreaker.
Yeah, that was...
99, I cried. Right? 2003, we lost to India. I cried. Right?
Yeah.
And then 2007, I was in college. I was kind of cried out. I didn't watch that World Cup. Right?
Yeah, I don't think I did either.
Yeah. And then after that, same thing. Right? And now I'm in my 20s, 30s, up to my 40s now, right? Every time World Cup happens, like the way things go, it takes a toll, man.
Yeah.
Or jo Indians ko wo mauka wala commercial tha, oh man, that hit home. That was... Speaking of politics, did you see that Ali Sethi voted for Zohran Mamdani?
Exactly what I'm talking about, yeah, for example.
How is that a joke, though?
Huh? I mean, it's for sure. I mean, Ali Sethi is Najim Sethi's son, right?
Yeah. But so if he... First of all, I mean, does that mean he's American?
Yeah. That's exactly why I asked, is he Najim Sethi's son? He is, right? Right.
Yeah, he
so
is.
who's a avid politician, chairman PCB, I think, at some point, and a servant of the country.
Yeah, for
सही
sure.
है. बच्चों को भेज दो बाहर. बच्चों को तो पासपोर्ट होना चाहिए. सही है. अच्छी बात है.
But like, so you're not a supporter of Mamdani?
No, I mean, great for them, man. That's not our politics. It affects me in zero ways. The way people in Pakistan are so happy. Fine. Ali Sethi has a passport. He can vote.
Right.
He should vote, and that's we support it, and that's great for him, and that's great for New York, I guess. Or is it? I don't know. But why are people in Gujranwala having parties about this? Like, how does it affect them at all?
It really doesn't.
You know?
Actually, you brought this up. I hadn't thought about it. So, like, when I first brought it up, and then you were like, so that means he's American.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
That means he's American.
Yeah.
Which is great. I mean, fine.
Because how does the system work? Like, it means he's been American for a while too.
Naturalized, I guess. You have to have lived there to get a passport, right?
Right.
I mean,
I
I don't know his
American, I'm not
situation. Did he get married? Does he have a passport through marriage? I don't know.
Probably not. I guess you would have heard.
Yeah.
Do you think democratic socialism would fly over here?
What is flying over here, you know? Democratic socialism.
Chalo,
what is socialism like?
Let me ask you a different question. Well, I mean,
Roti kapda makan is socialism.
I guess, but like, no, but like, what I'm saying is that like the way that they're defining quote unquote democratic socialism these days is like a blend of capitalism and socialism, like how it is in Scandinavia, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not, the government controls everything. It's like a balance, So,
But you're taken care of at the end of the day. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, you're taken care of in terms
Right.
of your healthcare,
Yeah.
your education, public services are really good, all that stuff. So let me ask a slightly different question. Not would it fly over here? Do you think the people would be receptive to that type of
There, it's. I mean, you can't really compare it to Scandinavia because you're the.
No, I'm comparing
the
it to
scale
Mamdani.
is- Somebody like Mamdani would do really well with the populace. I think the vote would be there,
Right.
and whether or not he wins is a whole other deal over here, right? So.
But I guess as you defined it, like you said it, right? Like you said socialism is basically roti, kapda, makan.
Yeah.
So it would be.
वो तो ऑलरेडी मोटो है यार हमारे लोगों का तो
तो
वो
हम
तो-
पहले ही socialist हैं.
हम तो हैं
हम तो हैं.
we wish to be socialists, I think, or
All right.
you know,
All right. Fair enough.
or at least that's what it's sold on, and then what happens is what happens.
Speaking of the U.S., MBS made a visit to the White
Yeah.
House. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was
That was interesting.
the reporter and thing, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a fiery interchange. And
That's a
apparently-
brave reporter, I tell you that.
That is a brave reporter. What did she ask him? Like she was,
She brought up Khashoggi, right?
yeah,
She asked him his thoughts on.
straight to MBS.
Dude, I mean, I guess, listen, Americans are really into freedom and they rightly think there's a freedom of speech and they should be able to say whatever they want. It's just that I would be not brave enough to bring that up
Yeah,
to
to
MBS.
two presidents.
To two presidents sitting right there.
To two
and then
presidents.
Trump, to his credit, actually, because he's like, why are you asking such an embarrassing question?
Yeah, he lambasted the reporter.
Which, fair enough. I mean, there's a bit of diplomacy involved over there, right? You can't just ask,
Why did
like,
you
not
murder
even a president,
journalist?
like a prince.
Yeah. You
So-
can't ask people why you allegedly
Allegedly,
bonesawed someone into pieces.
dismembered and
Yeah, that
buried
is-
in the embassy gardens of another country.
Speaking of क्या कहते हैं, bold journalists, you remember the guy who threw the shoes at George Bush?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like, do you think this is on that level or? Well, no, because he
That was
got
phys-
wrestled to the ground.
Yeah, that
and
was physical violence. So I mean, that's
crossing the line.
That's a security threat at that point. This is just words. So
That's also crossing the line a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh man, what do you think happens to that ABC reporter?
I don't know. Not probably passes revoked or something. I mean, they can't really do much at the end of the day. She's American, right? In America, so they can ask whatever they want. But whether they're going to be nice to her moving forward,
They're not going to be nice to her, but I mean, Trump does have a history of going after people,
yeah,
going after their jobs.
yeah.
He's
we'd
gone
have to-
after Stephen Colbert,
yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel. Those guys.
Anybody who speaks against him, right?
Yeah.
Or yeah,
Yeah,
a bit of an ego problem there, but fine.
man. और क्या चल रहा है? What else happened in the States? I guess we could move it along to domestic issues.
Back to domestic
Back
issues.
to domestic. Pakistan में क्या चल रहा है?
पाकिस्तान में क्या चल रहा है? कराची में सेफ सिटी उन्होंने एक शुरू किया है.
Safe city शुरू की.
AI backed traffic challan ticketing
Acha.
system.
What's that?
They've put cameras in like major intersections and they're getting AI to flag people who are breaking the law, which is obviously very easy to do in big cities like Karachi, I'm sure. And they've just introduced massive fines for anybody who is not wearing a seatbelt, breaks a red light, and just sending to their homes the and it's crazy. It's like 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 rupees.
So like everywhere else in the world.
Yeah, I have zero problems with this. The country is up in arms about it because they're like, we're a poor country. You're like, motorcycle wale ko kitna aap kaise kar sakte hain? Don't break the law, bro.
Also, they
You know?
could just introduce a scalable.
Yeah, or for cars and bikes, there is a difference
Scalable
between
fines.
cars and bikes, but the
Yeah.
bikes is very high. Fair enough. Reduce it from 10,000 to 1,000. That's also gonna hit a guy on a bike. I think the message will be through.
Yeah, of
So
course,
10,000 is like that's not affordable for bikes. I agree, but for cars, absolutely, absolutely. Like maybe rickshaws and cabs can be in a different.
10,000 for someone on a bike is far too much.
That's too much, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly is 10,000, or if it is 10,000, might be 5,000. But even let's say more than 1,000 or 1,500 for a person on a bike is too much. It's gonna send the message. People will try and avoid it immediately. Like the second day, I think they racked up like many millions in fines in the first few hours, and then people were like. Then the next few days, you were seeing on social media how everybody's suddenly not speeding and not crossing a red light. Like I drive a lot in Karachi, and like the traffic situation, like as it would be in any. We went to Pindi just yesterday. Like that was you saw the traffic there. Like in any big city in Pakistan, it's going to be bad, and there need to be checks on it. And I think this is exactly the way actually to do it. But the people just don't accept when something like that happens because they just want to do their own thing. It's the simple solution is don't break the law. I mean, stop at a red light, wear your seat belts. Don't take illegal U-turns or an inconvenience to your fellow citizen. Don't do that. But people want those independences, I guess. Yeah, those freedoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I guess that's the only way you're going to encourage or I don't know if inculcate is the right word. Encourage some sort of traffic etiquette in Pakistan.
You know what
because,
happened? Actually, I also read immediately after this, because the fining system was taken out of the hands of the traffic police on the ground, and then they were sent on other duties, which is part of their job description, such as directing traffic and doing things that a traffic police person must be doing. I don't remember the number, but like a huge amount of traffic police came and asked for transfer into other cities and other places where such a e-system didn't exist, because they were just making a ton of money right on the side. And that stopped because they're not going to get money from people just directing traffic.
Right.
So, and
because the fines are going
now straight
home.
right.
Oh, okay.
They were making, I'm sure, thousands a day, many thousands a day.
Tens of thousands.
Yeah, tens of thousands a day, let's say. And the senior people in the traffic police were totally accepted this and allowed this to happen. Not like there's no sense that, maybe this is happening because there's the widespread corruption and maybe we should do something to stop that, or force them to stay here, or take them off the force, because it's kind of indirect proof that they were corrupt.
We're in on it, yeah.
Right? But that's okay. These guys, we must facilitate them to go into the other police service. Wonder what they'll do there.
I wonder what they'll do there.
You know?
I heard that some of the camera boxes, distribution systems were stolen.
Yeah, there were also memes on social media. A couple of influencers were just making jokes, like going to like these like beggars and like drug addicts and stuff, and telling them to I'll give you money just to go and get rid of that in this job. It was a joke. It was a skit. It wasn't real. It was a skit. I'm sure it was a skit.
You never know, man.
That was really funny. And then in the end, I think some box or something which had equipment inside it was stolen on CU or something.
Yeah.
And then they found the box, I think, somewhere else down the road. But then they apparently recovered things, and this one wasn't actually on, or some excuse. But I mean, it was bound to happen, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But why does it have to happen?
A new shiny new thing in the middle of the road that's not guarded, I guess. I mean, these are things that will happen. I'm sure they happen. This is not the only country where these things happen.
Yeah, of course.
Lahore was also going to introducing the same system as well. And I think it should happen, and I think the fine should be astronomical. Maybe not for motorcyclists, but for people in cars, they absolutely should be, because that's the only way that
I
people
certainly
will stop.
agree that we need a fining system and infrastructure, or a system that delivers fines directly to your home is important.
Yeah.
Because like I just recently got a license made, and on paper, the traffic systems and laws are great.
Yeah.
Right. It's just that enforcement never happens.
Yeah.
So if the fine is going directly to your home, I think I'm for that.
Islamabad,
but I do agree fines need to be scalable, and
it's the only difference is I think bikes and cars, because within cars, somebody I read online was arguing, in Scandinavia, udhar hi baat aa jati hai, they do according to your income.
Yeah, they do.
But nobody has any income in Pakistan.
Yeah.
It's what's our population? We have like 150,000 tax filers.
Yeah.
In a country of.
Yeah. No, don't do it based off of income.
Out of those, apart from those 150,000 people, everybody else is broke. So everybody will get the minimum fine. That just literally doesn't work like that, right?
No, you don't do it based on income. Maybe based on vehicle. सीसी पे कर लो ना, तो इलेक्ट्रिक कार्स में जीरो हो जाएगा. सीसी, पुरानी Mercedes, but with the big engine, is not necessarily an expensive car, but the CC system has been a part of our life here. Growing up, and it just never has worked. And it's pretty funny that तो बस standardized bike, car, truck, jeep इस तरह हो जाए ना.
हाँ,
जिस तरह टोल प्लाजा पे होता है.
Trucks should be bad, especially in Karachi, like the dumpers and the water tankers and everything. I think I didn't read it properly, but there was the highest fine or something has been issued right now, and it was to a dumper, because they're dangerous drivers over there, and
dangerous drivers, and
big cars need to be.
It's like usually a company, corporation.
It always is. Yeah, it always is. Yeah.
टोल प्लाजा की तरह होना चाहिए.
Sure. Huh?
टोल प्लाजा पे नहीं, बाइक का ये कॉस्ट होता है, जीप का ये, वैन का ये.
Exactly. Private car का ये या public
based
car
on
का
vehicles.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. What else did we have to talk about? I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, actually, by the way, Islamabad में भी system था, और है. Because we have Safe City was introduced in Islamabad, right? But that's not for traffic; it's for actual
security,
patrolling, if you will.
Yeah.
And so there are points like on Constitution, and I think one of the 7th Avenue Margala intersection, and a few others where they do have speed cameras and cameras looking out at the intersections for red light violations. And I often get tickets in the mail, obviously not from me, but obviously I have a bunch of cars in the rental company, so they come, they get delivered months later, absolutely months later. So the date has passed, there's nowhere online where I can simply go and check if any car has a pending, because one time a thing will come through and it'll be, there's 4 unpaid fines on this car, and I'll have received nothing previously in the mail about it. So then, and there's nowhere online I can just go and pay, and then have to send somebody to police lines to there's a specific place over there, and they have to find out, and then it's a whole process. So I'm happy to pay. It's just, so this is a soft introduction has happened in Islamabad. It's been happening for a while now, but it's really poorly managed. I think because they've started a brand new, larger system in Karachi, and people are getting the fines pretty quickly, I think it's all right over there. I haven't heard about it, the system not working. But I think the people need to accept that this is how it is. Traffic will flow better, if everybody follows the rules. It just flows better. So,
what do you think about points on licenses?
It's it's difficult to enforce, and it has to be license based, because then you have to prove the person who is driving the car rather than the car. Right now, this entire system is based on car number plates and car ownership. So, and the driver can be driving, but
the person that's fined is the owner.
The owner was fined. So points and licenses don't work. Okay. Just heavy fines, I think, is good enough in Pakistan for,
All right. Interesting. I didn't realize that's kind of a gap in the system if it's the owner, not the driver, that's being fined. Something that irks me, as I'm sure it does you, is parking.
Yeah.
How do you feel about parking meters?
I have all parking meters.
Parking meters.
No, man.
Metered parking, you don't like it?
It's not liking it. It's just not going to work over here.
It's not going to work. But
what is it defined? Has anybody parked in a defined parking spot in Pakistan in your experience, really?
No. But if you're getting fined for it.
But who's finding now? You have to have meter maids all over.
Yeah, just make it part of the traffic police's purview, yeah. Like some of them should just be monitoring the parking situation.
No, that is a fully... What are you talking about? In Islamabad, there's a fully functional system. There's forklifters all over Islamabad, and they'll happily pick your car up and throw it on the median.
Yeah.
That's the parking system. What do you mean? I just remembered we have a fully functional parking system in Islamabad.
So all I'm saying is add parking meters along with the guy that's driving.
No,
the forklift.
people aren't going to pay. Nobody wants to. People,
but you have to introduce that, right? Like for example, like if you go to a shopping center, a plaza, take the Beverly Center, for example. Right?
Oh my God!
You want to have a go.
Like the need for a driver has never been more because
when you go there, all the store owners are already taking up all the parking spots.
And there's that one parking at the front and the back, and that's it. Otherwise, it's down the road, like along the road. In fact.
So in all of these parking areas, that's my pet peeve, right?
So
that the store owners are parking in the parking spot.
There should be designated spots for them, actually, already also.
Or pay for the parking.
Right, so then there'll be more... Yeah, but then pay everywhere, like pay down the road, on the side of the road, or pay in the specific spot over there.
What it's going to encourage them to do...
There are millions of cars in Pakistan. They all need to park somewhere, so you can't have millions of parking spots. That's...
Well, I mean, that's what you need is millions of parking spots, either parking structures, parking systems.
In Blue Area, they've introduced an 800-meter long pedestrian-only zone. You know that, right?
No.
You know, opposite the Sogo 2000 block, Jahangir se lekar, that whole block, I believe it's that one. It's like a pedestrian zone, so they've clad it in different pavement.
Are they going to do a food street or...
I guess that's the idea because there are going to be stalls and stuff on the thing, and it's in front of a lot of the restaurant area. Yeah. So it's a pedestrian-free zone, which is great. They've been making that structure, that huge structure between, you've seen it, right? Between Saver and the mosque, which is a nala, by the way, but I hope CD has done something about drainage underneath. I hope they have. That's a pretty big nala over there.
Yeah.
But there's a huge parking structure, and the idea of that has been to make Blue Area, which is also a disaster for parking, basically a car-free zone. In my head, I haven't heard that this is what they're going to do. In my head, what they would be doing is having everybody park there and then having like those little buggies, the electric shuttle buggies, going constantly doing chakkars of Blue Area with picking and dropping from the parking spot, which would be that way you only have buggies on the service roads.
That would be pretty
and
nice.
Then everybody has to park over there, and in this case you can't make it paid or expensive, at least, because people don't want to do it, right? You have to, rather than forcing them to pay, it should be encouraging them to park in the right place.
Right.
I think that's what would work better. They tried this in F7 with the side book bank block and the backside. Right. They made basement parking. They took huge amounts of space for the ramps to go down, so the parking on the surface reduced, and nobody wants to park in the basement. It's not enforced. It's dark also. I don't think the lights work properly, so it's a bit scary.
Yeah.
There's no elevators.
It's dank. It's wet.
Yeah.
There's trash down there.
So they kind of made it, and it's still kind of a construction site, I think, inside.
There's stray feral dogs down there.
So
I went down there once to try
you
and
did?
park. Yeah.
I kind of went down the ramp, and then it was dark, and then I just parked on the ramp. Yeah. And I was like, this is enough for me. Like, I've done my job. I've not double parked upstairs.
No, I saw a pack of dogs. I was like, I'm not risking this.
The thought has been there, but the follow through doesn't happen. And I think it's because people either change too much or change a lot, or funding stops or funding goes somewhere else. And, in
But those parking structures
pockets.
are really poorly made because
Yeah, they are. They're really poorly made.
they're dark. Like at nighttime, no one's.
So you need to have management, and I agree and understand with parking for a running cost like electricity and having attendants there and all of that to have some. They still have them. They've introduced these 100 rupee parking spots all over. Kosar Market and he'll tell you because it's been very busy a couple of times. And I've said, is there parking in here? He's like, yeah, there's parking, and there's no parking. So I've paid 100 rupees, but I've had to come out of the block because there's no parking. I'm like, bro, where's what? So there's no thought to finish the... People have ideas and they brainstorm, and then it's like they move on halfway through, but they still start implementing it, and then it just kind of stops.
Also, a lot of the people with these ideas are not... civic engineers or
planning. Planning is a whole
experts or
is a whole subject. It's a field that people do engineering and people do a lot. There's a lot of degrees to be had in this. I wonder how many planning engineers or planning experts we have in CDA. Like
some of the infrastructure that they've made, you cannot make in SimCity 2000 or SimCity 3000.
But you can over here. You can like fish belly U-turns.
Fish belly U-turns. Oh my goodness!
They started.
If we can put a picture or a video of a fish belly U-turn for whoever doesn't know.
I googled it
ridiculous thing.
So I googled it this time round when they did the Erdogan underpass, the new one.
For people who don't know what a fish belly U-turn is, you're going in the fast lane. Right?
And then boom, there's a U-turn. There's a road. The two fast lanes are a U-turn, and if you have to go straight, you have to shift over to the slow lane,
or you have to take a U-turn.
Because it's blocked at the end.
At 120.
And then everybody else who needs to take a U-turn is also cutting across traffic to take the U-turn.
Oh my God, it's chaos.
And it's the same behind to come the other way because they didn't want.
Is changing. And
everybody's just constantly.
Honking
they did this on Kashmir Highway initially, and then so I looked up fish belly because I thought, it's because they were very proudly stating it in the news and in Tribune and just all wherever it was written about.
Nowhere in
and
the
I was
world.
Like, what is this cool engineering feat they've brought from? And I looked it up, and it just doesn't exist. The last talk of fish belly U-turn was off an Islamabad intersection 10, 15 years ago. That's the only mention of fish belly U-turn in the world.
The only place I've seen them is in Pakistan.
So that's that's pretty crazy. So they made the underpass. They made it signal free so that there's constant flowing traffic, and it's just at the next intersection where it became a disaster. So they said, let's make a fish belly U-turn. That is my route home. That fish belly, complete disaster. And now they're making
how many
Shaheen
fender
Chowk
benders happen? How many fender benders have you seen at
all the time? That happens all the time.
All the time.
They're making Shaheen Chowk, which is 9th Avenue in Margala, is also now big. So then the entirety
is that also fish belly?
It's an underpass with
going into a fish belly.
It's Margala Road will be an underpass, and above it will be a roundabout, and I'm sure there'll be a fish belly or two for good measure, like going up to the universities or something. I'm sure there will be. So the entirety of that traffic is also now diverted here. So you should see it at rush hour. Just open up Google Maps. Don't go there. It's a disaster. Just open up Google Maps at rush hour and just see the length of the red lines in that area. It's in front of Silver Oaks and then down the road on between F10 and F11. It's madness. So Islamabad, the sleepy old town with it's not that anymore.
Which brings me to our next segment. Would you ever? Okay. This is a segment where I ask you a question and we see if you would ever do this. Given the traffic situation in Islamabad, Rawalpindi, with the cricket, with the construction, with the roadworks, since you're a very successful businessman as well, would you ever charter a helicopter?
To get from one point to another within the city.
Yeah, like if you had to go from, say, Chaklala to F6.
Yeah.
Given that there's...
At rush hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Uber Air.
Uber Air.
Yeah. Dubai and New York has it. Islamabad's the next stop, right?
Yeah. So you can charter a helicopter in Islam.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can?
You can.
Amazing.
So would
Nice.
you ever do it?
Yeah, what's the cost like?
I think it's 1.2 million rupees.
Oh yeah, it's in this pocket over here. I don't know what to do with it. It's in my pocket for a couple of days, and I keep putting it in my new clothes every day. So here, I'll charter it from. Yeah, I have to go to Pindi today, so
Yeah.
So let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, this is very reasonable.
Would you ever?
I mean, I'm sure that's for like a trip outside Islamabad. Like you can charter it for a while, right?
I didn't look up the details because honestly, I never thought it'd be information that I would ever need.
If we're balling,
But,
and let's go to.
If you're balling, you're staying at Movenpick. There's a helipad.
There's a helipad 6-star
on the roof.
hotel. It's a 6 stars for the helipad.
not
You know that, right? It is.
Is
It is a
actually
6-star
6
because
stars?
what defines a 6-star hotel apparently
Women fancy?
is a helipad.
Acha.
So apparently that's what defines a 6-star hotel. You get a 5-star hotel, you put on a helipad, boom, 6 stars.
But don't Serena and Marriott have helipads?
I guess they don't. I don't know.
The Serena must.
I don't think they do.
I've never seen.
Anyway,
a helipad.
first 6-star hotel of Pakistan is what they marketed because of the helipad. And they had to prove the helipad by landing a helicopter there. Maybe that's where this business came from, this new company for chartering helicopters. But anyway, so if we were balling, chalo, let's go to Hunza or Gilgit or something or Chitral. Helicopter, I'm down. I've relatively new, good pilot, sure. Pakistan is known to have accidents with such things. So
I mean, there's helicopter accidents everywhere, though.
yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to go to
with
the northern
several
areas.
ambassadors sitting in it is a very Pakistan thing to happen, right?
I used to work for that ambassador.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. I used to work for him.
Yeah.
Thank God he survived.
Yeah.
Yeah, get them. So you'd consider it. Going to the northern areas, I can't. Like, I wouldn't.
Why?
I just don't trust local aviation that much.
I mean, no. Okay, how old is this helicopter? Like, is it one helicopter? Is it a pool of helicopters? Like, I would look into the company. And
Well, like, also weather conditions up north, cloud, rain, snow.
again, I would look into the company and see if they're
It's rather dramatic up there.
capable of good logistics. If it's if it's run by our Air Force boys, I'm in.
Say what you will about
I'm in.
the army, but if it's an Air Force pilot, I have no problem with that.
If they're doing the logistics of it and they're figuring out what I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. The only thing that's missing is 1.2 million rupees to throw it on.
The only thing that's missing is the disposable income.
Disposable income, yeah.
I'd like to try it out once in my lifetime.
Yeah, why not?
I've never been on a helicopter.
I haven't either, yeah.
Apparently they do just like
I landed in
sightseeing tours of Islamabad.
for
as well.
Islamabad, right?
Yeah.
I landed in. So last year we did a family trip to Skardu. So we landed at the airport, and there were a few ads of a company where you could do like charter helicopter to go see the mountains and all of that. So
Yeah.
I would if I had the disposable income, then I would look into the company, and I would definitely be down to
Because
we're
called Baron Aviation.
right.
This is not a sponsored plug, by the way.
Yeah.
We're not getting paid by anybody.
Or a free helicopter ride. I'd do it for a free helicopter ride. Baron Aviation.
I guess we've already done it.
Yeah, shit.
Can we get a free
Yeah,
helicopter
can we get,
ride,
man?
please?
Come on.
Just a round of Islamabad. Like,
I'd be down.
Yeah. We'd be happy to plug them more.
But stop it now.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so in theory, I would be down as long as it's safe enough and
Yeah.
the money
Speaking of
exists,
safe enough, because it's kind of like paragliding in Pakistan,
Yeah.
which a lot of people have had mixed experiences, mixed reviews with. Didn't you crash?
What's that? No, that wasn't paragliding. What's it called? Not parasailing either.
It is paragliding. When you jump off a side.
Oh,
of a
right. So that is
mountain.
paragliding.
Yeah,
Right.
that's paragliding.
Yeah, that was mad. That was we just did it. There was a
Yeah.
guy who organized in Kanpur. We went up a hill, and then
I would not do that in
They
Pakistan.
gave us the some theory about it.
Some theory about it.
And then hooked up to the guy. It was crazy because it was just a series of mistakes, and then and it was going to be solo. Your very first flight, you're not going to be hooked up to anybody. It's a solo flight.
Your first flight.
First flight, yeah. Theory, the theory, man. They tell you the theory.
Wait, no. Go back. So you're not tandem with a guy. They're just on your own.
No.
The very first time.
Because I guess
no practice run, no
nothing.
license.
Theory. You did theory. They taught you in theory, and then they hung a little walkie-talkie by you, so the guy can, like, he can give you instructions.
So he can talk you through it.
Yeah. So then we did it.
Dude, it's like a scene out of a movie when a passenger lands a plane and they're talking through
it. Yeah, exactly. That's what was going to happen, like, in case, And I've done a skydive before, obviously in tandem. So you have zero control. So even though I've had that experience of what it feels like, I don't have zero concept of control of any of this, right?
Right.
But the theory was taught to us there. And then it became a little windy, so I was all hooked up and I was ready to go. But the wind had picked up, so they said, okay, fine, just chill for 5 minutes. And then while I'm all wearing the whole thing and it's behind me. So then the other guy was like, yaar zara walkie-talkie battery khatam ho jayegi, band kar lo. तो मैंने बंद कर दिया उसको. तो फिर it was looking like the wind might not stop, or if it stops, it's not gonna stop for too long. But we had already paid, so these guys really wanted us to do it because otherwise they'd have to give their money back. So the wind died down for a minute or two, and then quite quickly everybody's like, all right, let's make sure everything's there. Go. I went. I had forgotten to turn it back on. They forgot to tell me to turn it back on.
Oh, no.
So I'm in the air. And I'm like, okay, so now he's going to tell me what to do. And so I started kind of pulling. And then I hear them yelling behind me.
Yeah.
Because they wanted me to steer myself in a certain direction. There was a big empty field on this side, and there was some woods on this side. And so I was kind of going straight rather than turning, I think. And so they were yelling, and I'm like, wait, why aren't you just telling me on the walkie? And I look down, and it's off. I'm like, can I turn it on? But I didn't want to leave my only two, because I have these in my hand.
Yeah.
And I have to... So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to do it. I know the theory. They taught me the theory just half an hour ago. So then I steered myself a little bit, and also brought myself down like enough to start doing the land. Then the funniest thing happened, where there's a big empty field, and I'm safe now. I'm not going for the woods. I'm going for the field. I will be fine. I just need to land and not, have a big fall. In the middle of the field is one thorny bush, and it's a huge field. And I'm like, okay, I'm looking at the bush, and I'm like, I need to not hit this bush, but I'm fully focused on the bush. So I managed to steer myself fully into the bush. So I hit the bush, and I fell on the bush like that. So my entire body, I just sank into thorns like that. And then they came running, and they were all they were freaked out, obviously. Because they realized that it was off, and then they pulled me off, and it was fine. Just a few scratches here and there, a little bit of blood, but I didn't. So I didn't get majorly injured, and I was able to land, relatively safe.
But that's so irresponsible of them.
Solo flight. They taught me the theory.
So when I went paragliding, it was in Nepal,
right?
And there was definitely
a guy
behind me. And I mean, he took me around for a bit, really nice. And he was giving me like a scenic tour from the air as well.
Nice.
He was like, oh, this is that temple. You can see that over here.
Nice.
You can see this over here. And then he's like, hey, do you want to have some fun now? I was like, okay. And then he starts doing barrel rolls and dips and
really?
like that. And he's like, let me know if you're about to throw up. I was like, yeah, I'm almost there.
Nice.
I'm almost there. But so that was like a very exhilarating, fun, I'm feeling safe. And he's sort of like he showed me,
I don't know if I felt safe.
It doesn't seem like you felt safe at all.
I don't know if I felt safe.
So what I want to ask
it was
you,
exhilarating.
Yeah, but was it fun? Because I had fun, right?
Fun as hell, man. It was fun as hell.
It was fun.
Like, yeah, the adrenaline, it was there. But part of it was probably because, well, it's all on you now, buddy.
Yeah.
You know the theory. You better stick the landing. So, but it was fun. I wanted to do it again, but then the wind had picked up too much, so we all just did one round, I think, that day. Yeah, pretty sure we did one.
Man, I don't think I would do it in conditions like that.
That was fun. Fun day out.
I would need more than 30 minutes of theory. Chalo, I'm happy you landed.
Yeah, I landed.
I'm happy you landed.
Got away with it.
Kya kehte hain? Which brings me to my next, to our final segment. Would you rather?
Okay.
ठीक है? So I'm going to ask you a question. You tell me which one of the two you'd rather have.
Okay.
Would you rather have $50 million, tax-free, cash, offshore account of your choice? ठीक है? You can access the money anywhere. You can transfer it wherever you want. No restrictions. Would you rather have that or the protections that Amendment 27 would offer?
Wow, what a question. Wait, okay.
So let's get one thing straight. It's not a political question.
Right.
I don't want your opinion on the amendment.
Yeah, no, nobody's doing that.
I want to know, would you
it
rather... It
exists, so
yeah,
is
like,
it this or that?
Yeah, this or that.
Right.
Like, for you, yeah.
For me, as me today, as
Yeah.
I am right now, or me also in potentially as in a different situation that
you today...
Oh, 50 million.
Acha.
What am I going to do with that? What am I going to do with it? Nothing. If I'm in politics myself, or if I'm in any position where I have friends in politics that would, let's say, steer contracts towards me, or if I, then sure, because there's way more money to be made. Sure, I imagine.
No, but like for you,
I don't know, 50 million, dude.
50 million.
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything else with that. Yeah.
All right, that's fair. What would you do with that 50 million?
How much is the golden visa in America? Because that was if everybody's doing it, right?
I don't know. What's the golden visa?
Didn't Trump he came and he started marketing this, I think, $10 million like literal gold card, I think he called it, and it's a UAE golden visa, but for America, but it costs like $10 million.
So you can just do investment-based...
I mean, there's lots of options for lots of countries where you can do investment-based, but the joke was the other thing we were talking about.
So the investment-based track is $2 million.
Well, and you get a golden visa.
No. You can become American.
As a business investment of $2 million.
Yeah.
Oh, right, really?
Yeah.
Fine. I mean, I don't think there's any need to be.
I'm not sure about the specifics. It's like
case.
N1, B2, but apparently, like if you invest,
right. No, there's lots of other nicer countries actually where you can just invest way less money, also, by the way, and get.
So basically, if you're rich, you can buy a passport.
Yeah.
Right? Not buy, but buy.
Be on the right path for a passport.
Yeah.
What would I do with 50 million? Chill, I guess.
Fly helicopters.
Here and there as well.
That and there as well. All right.
Here and there as well, yeah.
Would you buy a PSL team?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
I don't know if Ali Tareen's having a good time, man. I don't know. He's...
I don't think any of those guys are having a good time.
That is great for him. That was ballsy. And if I was in that situation, sure, maybe would I do that, but that's great.
I agree with a lot of things he said.
Yeah.
Because as
he's thinking of it as a businessman who wants to make the business of it better through logical thinking.
Yeah.
Let's just say that,
He wants to make a better product.
He's saying that we've spent a lot of money on this. We've invested a lot. So there are too many hurdles to make it a better product. And let me tell you, as an educated businessman, how we can make that better. And then he poses really good ideas.
But
how dare he?
How dare he?
How dare he?
Spoil the image of such a prestigious competition.
No way.
When was the last time you saw the PSL?
I think that match that I told you that that I went and saw a couple of years ago. Shuru mein I followed PSL. I mean, again, this was towards the end of, I think, my love of Pakistani cricket. And it was really fun. There was this whole city thing, Islamabad. We won the first year. That was really big. In your face, everybody. It was fun. Then there's the shirts and everything. It was fun.
Didn't Quetta won the first one?
No. I might be wrong. I remember Islamabad winning.
Yeah, Islamabad did, but
maybe first or second. I don't remember.
Quetta won the first one, I think.
Right. I think Quetta might have been my team too. Quetta's often been team two for me, actually, because they've been pretty good. But yeah, last few years, not at all. Also, I know I said earlier that maybe it's better to have no crowds, and just so that because you have international players coming, it's better to have a whole contained system and no crowds. But one of the reasons I don't enjoy watching PSL matches is because there's no crowds. There's no TV, but the atmosphere is kind of a bit of a catch-22, I guess.
Yeah.
But you're not going to be able to draw. You're not going to be able to sell out. You're not going to be able to safely do a sellout crowd of cricket in Pakistan with the kind of security measures that they put in place, I think. So it's not something we should go for, probably. Don't.
What if they just had smaller grounds? So imagine this. Imagine. You know how sometimes they do concerts and there's like one that's like more accessible, and then there's one that's kind of exclusive. So what if like some games were, or like if they just had them in smaller grounds? Like, for example, what if they used the Islamabad club ground?
Oh yeah, or Islamabad.
And only like 500 people can come, but they have to pay like a lot.
That's no atmosphere. Okay, from childhood, or late childhood. This is a long time ago, but I don't actually remember when. I remember being at one, because I had a friend in school growing up whose dad was in the army, who's like pretty well connected in the way that he was able to always get us whenever there was a match, because matches used to happen a lot when we were kids. So we would always get a box. Like they would always, and we would go with one of the office people. And we would just go straight to the door, and we would just walk up to the button.
You sound like such an elitist.
Listen, man, I was lucky enough to be friends in school with a kid whose dad was in the army. He was really into cricket, and so we were good friends, and then it happened. Then one time, burger bachas that we were like, nahi yaar, it'll be more fun, like, chalo crowd mein 50 rupees wale ticket hote the tab. 50 rupees, phir 100 rupees, and then 500, 1,000, whatever. Let's go on the 50 rupee one, we were like. And then his dad was like, no, uncle, it'll be fine. We went and this was a Pakistan-India match. India had made, and I was in the 50 rupee, there's no sitting place, everybody's just jumping and having a great time. India made 320 odd runs, and we chased that shit. I was in the crowd with that when we were kids, when cricket was a huge thing in Pakistan. So that feeling, honestly, I've never topped. Like, it's just not been better than that. Like being in such a situation, like in a sporting event where the energy in the crowd. So the crowd makes a huge difference. Even watching on TV.
329 or something.
Something 320s tha. I think because 323 bana tha, phir koi chauka laga tha aakhri over mein, aur aakhri over mein hi hua tha. That was something. So that was probably one of my best like cricketing moments in my life, really, that I remember to this day. Was amazing. So I'm glad we did that. It wasn't as fun as the box, for sure. But that can't happen anymore. So forget it. Yeah.
I guess on that, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
That's a good note to end it on.
Yeah, sure.
So thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
thank you for coming by.
Yeah, that was fun.
Talking about your week. Talking about what's up, what's going on, and kya kehte hain, we'll have you on soon.
Yeah, sure. This was fun.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right.